There's so much misinformation when it comes to talking about cash down or down payments when you're buying a car, so let's talk about it. There are so many people that call themselves experts on this app that claim to know everything there is to know about cash down. And if you negotiate and tell a dealership about cash down, you're throwing thousands of dollars down the drain. But I don't know if that's true. So I want to talk about the facts. I want to talk about where these rumors or where these ideas come from and what actually will happen if you tell them about your cash down. If you don't know, my name's Tommy. I've been in the car business most of my adult life, sales, finance, now I negotiate car deals. Enough about me. Let's talk about cash down. Guys, it doesn't matter if you tell a dealership about cash down. I'm just going to tell you flat out. Now, I think it's important to know why they're saying this because there is some reasons why you shouldn't tell a dealership about your cash down. But in the reality, when negotiating your car deal, you're not going to get a worse deal by telling them about your cash down. There's a few different reasons. So the first reason why we don't tell a dealership about cash down, if we don't want to have to give information, is that dealerships want to negotiate the payment on the vehicle. We, as somebody trying to get a good deal, want to focus on the out the door number. The second you throw something else into the equation, something that you can control to reduce the payments, that's going to give dealership leverage to talk more about payments. If you're talking about your down payment, then they can then focus that again on payments. And they can also reduce the total outdoor price with your down payment to make it seem like the car is less, even though it's not. Now, you can see how silly this is because all you have to do is understand how to read a T-sheet in order to make sure you know you're not getting bamboozled with cash down, which is why it's crazy. Now, there is another reason though, which is dealerships make money on the amount of car you finance. So if you're financing, let's just say a $50,000 car, they get paid a percentage of the amount they finance. Some are flats, but plenty of dealerships still do a percentage. So if you're financing a large amount, they can make a large amount on the back end. This is where the only, I think, truth comes from this and why it might make legitimate sense. But if you tell a dealership, let's just say on a $50,000 car, you're paying $35,000 down, that limits the amount of money they can make. So it doesn't make sense to tell them. And what I will say is this, I always say negotiations are like a game of chess. Only one side knows how to play. And if we're going back and forth, and again, we don't want to give the dealership our hand. So I try to hold that in my back pocket as well, but by no means is this going to be the end of the world if you tell a dealership you're putting 25 grand down on a $50,000 car. You financing is the whole reason they want you to finance isn't just for the reserve, it's to give their finance manager a shot to sell product. On a cash deal, that's extremely hard to do, but on a finance deal, when we're only talking about payments, it makes it much easier for a finance manager to sell $5,000, $10,000 of product. And that's why they want you to finance more than they ever do want to make reserve on a deal. When it comes to that topic, don't worry about it, guys. When you're going to go, and I will say this, I negotiate most of my deals online and over the phone. And when I negotiate all these deals online and over the phone for all my clients, I don't ever really run into this issue because dealerships, when you negotiate online and over the phone and you tell them you want to focus on the out the door number, you have the leverage because you're the one negotiating over the phone. When you're in store, it's a little bit different. They hold the leverage because they have you there and they can try to do whatever they can to make money. And at worst case, they'll go to what you need to, but they're going to try to keep you there as long as they can and focus on that payment because that's their job. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a dealership trying to make a profit, just like there's nothing wrong with us trying to save money. But when you're over the phone and online, I just don't run into these issues. And you can let me know in the comment section below. If you negotiate your car deals online, do you have dealerships that struggle to talk about out the door numbers, or do they just only want to focus on payment? Because I would be shocked if there's a lot of people that say they're only focusing on payment over the phone. If none of it really matters, then how much cash down should you put on a car purchase? Because there's also a rumor that you should put no cash down on a purchase. And it all depends. Now, if you're leasing, I recommend putting zero cash down, as little as humanly possible. First payment, maybe that's about it. Maybe $1,000, $2,000 if you want to cover taxes and fees, but nothing more. If you total that car out, you're out that money. But when you're financing a car, it's a little bit different. And it really all, in my opinion, just depends on the rate you're getting and what you're going to do with that cash. Now, if you know you're the type of person that if you don't put that cash down, that it's just going to sit in your bank account making 1%, by all means, put as much down as you're comfortable to lower that monthly payment. But if you're financially savvy and you say, you know what, Tommy, I'm not going to put this cash down, but I'm going to put this in a CD that's going to earn 6%, well, then you just have to figure out how much money that money is earning you compared to the interest rate you're paying. You obviously pay taxes on any money earned on a CD, and I can make a full separate video on that. But realistically, put as much cash down as you're comfortable with to get the payments where you need them to be. And again, you should be calculating your own payments. Don't let the dealership. I have videos on that as well. But it doesn't matter if you put $25,000 down on a $50,000 loan, you're not going to lose that money, because if you were to total the car, you get paid what the car is worth, which means all that equity you put into it, you would get back. So don't worry about cash down. It is such an overblown thing on this app, and every time I see it, I just kind of shake my head. Like, really? Is this the topic we're really discussing? And if you disagree with me, I want to hear it in the comment section. I would love to hear reasons why you shouldn't tell a dealership about cash down. I pencil deals for about 5 years of my 10 years in the dealership, and with that, I never really ran into an issue where I was like, oh, this guy's putting $25,000 down, we can't do this. The only thing that I might ever say, if somebody was trying to put $45,000 down on a $50,000 car and we wouldn't get paid anything in reserve, I might tell them they have to finance 10 grand in order for the deal to make sense. But I'm never going to tell somebody they have to finance the full entire car just to make reserve. Again, I care more about my finance managers getting a shot than I do actually making sure that I make some money on reserve. So if you guys like this kind of content, I want you to like, follow, subscribe. If you guys want to see some more content of some deals I'm negotiating, go over to my Instagram. I post a new picture every single month for the month of January. We're almost done, 2 more days. Above and beyond that, I am hiring for the business. So if you are interested in maybe learning how to negotiate car deals, or you don't have any experience with cars, I pay 72 grand a year, 4-day work week. Applications on Thursday. So apply before Thursday. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I appreciate each and every one of you. This has been such an awesome journey. Thank you, and have a great day.